22. Takes the first pitch and spanks it promptly into center field. Diving catch by Larlee.
High school softball is also brought to you in part by Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Williams Brothers Auto Service Center, Beeler Orthodontics, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, and C&H Plumbing.
In the air to right center, it's deep. And it drops just out of the reach of the right fielder. Here comes Reedhead to score. Sholo scores a second run.
And now, Sholo Ford presents high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk106.com.
Well, good evening. Welcome to Rose Mofford, Arizona. Camden Smith with you with the 2015 State Softball Tournament live from Rose Mofford here tonight. It's the Sholo Cougars in the home spot, ranked number 3 in the state of Arizona in Division III, and it is the Empire Ravens who come in ranked number 6 and will be the visiting team here tonight as these two teams square off. First time these two teams have met up with each other. Coach Nick's talking to him earlier on said that he's actually never even had a chance to see Empire play, although there's one thing of note, that the Empire Ravens have a win over the Payson Longhorns, a team that we're well familiar with up there in our section, in Section 5 of Division III. And that means a lot when you start talking about getting a win over the Payson Longhorns, who are the number 1 seeded team in the tournament. Granted, that win was early on in the Wickenburg tournament. It was a preseason tournament that they were able to come away with a 3-1 win over the Payson Longhorns. And so some big things to talk about with the Empire Ravens. They definitely have a tough team and may be better than their number 6 ranking. So we take a look now at our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware in the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith available any day of the week, and you can contact them any hour of the day or night. If you're locked out of your car, need a key made, their mobile unit will come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Lakeside, and Heber Overguard. And we take a look now at our Ace Hardware key players of the game for the Sholo Cougars. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about the pitcher, Taylor Reedhead, who had a decent game against Estrella on Wednesday. She comes away with the victory, and she'll need to pitch well against Empire. They're a good hitting team, although not as good as they were last year. They certainly can put some offense together, and Taylor Reedhead will be looking to be sharp. Now, one thing for Taylor Reedhead, getting that first game of the playoffs under her belt may have given her a bit of an edge coming into tonight. She looked like she was a little bit rusty, coming off about 8 days of rest, and tonight we'll see how she looks. When she was taking her warm-up tosses, she was looking pretty sharp, so we'll expect her to do more of the same. Another girl that we'll look to here tonight will be Becca Holland. She's just a sophomore, but she's moved into the cleanup spot tonight, and Tia Clark bats behind her. Tia Clark was there against Estrella. Becca Holland is there tonight, and so the sophomore, will see how well she can do to round out that top of the order and drive in runs. And of course, Mackenzie Isaacs is another one we'll expect to do well tonight. The sophomore leadoff hitter for the Sholo Cougars, playing in center field, will be a big part of whether they win tonight. Now we take a look at some of the key players on the Empire Ravens. One of the 2 Division here for the Ravens, and she is a competitor. Her coach is her father. Coaches her both in high school and also on her club team in Tucson. And Brittany Woolridge is the real deal. She'll be tough to hit tonight. We'll see how well she brings her stuff. And a lot will, of course, depend upon where the umpires give her balls and strikes. Now, another 2 players to talk about for the Ravens is their leadoff hitter, Tasia Hernandez. She's a senior. She's been playing for quite a while. She's got a lot of speed, and she's one of the toughest outs in the league. She's got, I believe, a 600 batting average. We'll take a look at that for you in a second. But she is committed to Pima Community College, along with another senior, Bailey Rominger, who bats third in the lineup. She is expected to be one of the top catchers in the state. here as we take a look at her, and she's another one of those fierce competitors that we expect will be extremely important to the Ravens here tonight. She is committed to Pima Community College as well. That is your Ace Hardware Key Players. The game brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith, available any day of the week and available any night as well, any hour of the day. Got to call them up if you need key made, or if you're locked out of your car or your home, their mobile unit will come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Lakeside, and Heber Overgard. We're going to step away. We'll be back in 60 seconds as we get set for the opening pitch live from Rose Mofford. It's the 2015 state quarterfinals here on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Are you a business owner that enjoys watching local sports? Would helping the local youth spark your interest? Then you do not want to miss this opportunity. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local sports produced by local high school students. Your tax-deductible sponsorship will keep us up and running and provide you with advertisement for your business. Call Sholo TV today to help your local high school students get experience while your business gets attention. Call 928-532-4160.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford in the 2015 state playoffs. Quarterfinal action, the Sholo Cougars and the Ravens of Empire High School live tonight here on iTalk 106.7. And you can watch it tonight at iTalk1067.com. You can take a look at the starting lineup here tonight for the Sholo Cougars. Mackenzie Isaacs playing center field. Taylor Reedhead in the circle. Brenna Wiesner at the catcher position. Tia Clark will bat fourth in the as the first baseman. Becca Holland will bat fifth tonight at third base. Kaylee Hall is the second baseman, batting sixth. Megan Reedhead in left. Lauren Clark, the designated player. Mia Wheeler, the shortstop tonight, and Sky Wheeler is the flex. And we're going to honor America in the singing of our national anthem. We will step away. We'll be back with our opening pitch when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide. Oh, excuse me. No, just keep it here. Keep it here. They are not going to do the starting lineup. They are going to get this one underway, so we will keep it here. We're just about to take a look at the Ravens lineup for tonight. It's Tasia Hernandez. We talked about the leadoff, the speedy leadoff hitter. She's at shortstop, the senior committed to Pima Community College. Noelle Carr, designated player tonight. And she's just a sophomore. Bailey Rumminger is behind the dish for the Empire Ravens. Emma Garbett is in left field batting fourth. Jessica Perry is batting fifth tonight at first base. Paige Prayer is at right field tonight batting sixth. Mackenzie Kirkland is at third base batting seventh. And Eliza Rodriguez, or rather Alyssa Rodriguez is at second base, and Jaden Duncan is in center field as they round out the number 8 in the lineup. Brittany Woolridge, the senior pitcher, is the flex tonight for the Ravens. I want to remind you that earlier tonight, the Yellow Jackets were defeated by a walk-off home run to the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks. And so picks it up, fires to first, and she is there in time. Safe at first, so a bunt for a base hit. And you get a quick look at the speed of Tasia Hernandez. and just how difficult an out she is. Coach Nix talked a little bit about that when we talked to him earlier on. Noelle Carr, the sophomore designated player for the Ravens, is up next. Called strike down around the knees to Noelle Carr. No balls and a strike. So the sacrifice bunt works, and Carr does her job and is retired. 5-3 on the card. We go to Bailey Rominger now. Taking a look at her, she's taking her time as she raises her hand in the batter's box. 58-mile-an-hour shot and a loop. It's going to fall in for a base hit, and Tasia Hernandez will score easily from second base. Base hit RBI. Rominger puts the first run across the board for the Empire Ravens. And that's got to take a little bit of pressure off. You start looking at picking up runs early on in the game. Rominger at first. Emma Garbutt to the plate, cleanup hitter. Garbutt, just a freshman. She was part of the reason that the Ravens had such a successful time against Payson earlier on in the season. And talking to Coach Woolridge, there's the changeup, and she's way out in front of that pitch. So a couple of strikes on Garbutt. Real tough to teach kids to hit that changeup, especially when you've got a good changeup pitcher like Taylor Reedhead. And a high fastball is upstairs. I don't think that was her rise ball, but she took a little off of it, so it may have been her changeup, in fact. This pitch downstairs. Good job by the catcher for the Show Low Cougars. Snap throw to first, but not in time. As time of getting the ball down there where she needed to. And holding that runner on, that's Rominger down at first base. Garbutt, swing and a miss at another changeup. A double to move the runner up to third here. So already 3 hits in the inning and 1 across. Runners at second and third now with Paige Prayer. And Perrier is going to swing through this pitch for a strike. Cool temperatures down here tonight. In fact, jacket weather here in the Valley of the Sun. And tonight, it'll be the exact opposite. This pitch misses outside. Ravens come into the contest with a 27-5 record, 8-0 in section play. And the rise ball is way up out of the zone here. They are Division III, Section 3. And we're kind of quiet early on, about halfway through the season. They kind of were a little bit slow to get started, but have come on strong as of late. Kind of slid in under the radar. 2-2 pitch and the changeup again. Perrier is retired for the third out of the inning. The Ravens will strand 2, 1 across, and they lead 1-0 off 3 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first next. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Jaw custom tailored the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Okay. Welcome back to the Rose Mofford Sports Complex, Rose Mofford softball fields in Phoenix, Arizona, home of the 2015 state playoffs. And Arizona State University on Monday will hold the championship game of this tournament, and these teams vying for the opportunity to play there. We take a look at the the Show Low Cougars for the first time tonight at the plate. Ground ball to second on the first swing, and easy out for Mackenzie Isaacs. Is out number one, 4-3 on the card. And that is not exactly what Coach Nix had in mind there for his leadoff hitter. But we will see now Taylor Reedhead in the second spot in the lineup. See what she can do against Brittany Woolridge. Takes a pitch inside and fouls it back for strike one. And we apologize, trying to do probably more than we should right now. So a little bit distracted here, but swing upstairs. Rise ball, and Reedhead liked it. And it was high and away. Perhaps shouldn't have liked it as much. Fouls another one back and out of play. Taylor Reedhead, the senior on this prolific hitters in the lineup. We saw her do quite well against Estrella. She's got a good eye and pretty good at getting on base. This pitch misses outside. Already seen 5 pitches in this at-bat. And the 1-2 fouled back. Catcher going to fix her knee protector there. 1-2 pitch again, driven deep to left field, but it's foul. And Reedhead got all of that, but she was out in front of it. So Woolridge maybe thinking twice about where she's going to pitch to Reedhead. She ought to be anyway. So our camera crew here gets a great shot of Taylor Reedhead. We want to say thanks to the folks at Show Low High School. Remind you that you can watch today's contest on City 4 TV, actually now called Show Low TV, channel 56. Pitch upstairs for a ball. So the count goes to 2-2. Just one out here in the bottom of the first. The Show Low Cougars down 1-0, and another foul back as Taylor Reedhead really battling up here. You like to see the opportunity for Reedhead to get to see so many pitches. She fouls another one and hits Coach Nix in the arm. Woo! She rockets one. Line drive, Coach Nix standing down there in the batter's box, and it got him in the arm, and he says he's okay, but I don't know if it caught his hand or not. He's kind of moving that hand around like he's trying to get it to warm up. And now pitch inside that almost catches Reedhead. So Taylor Reedhead has run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Reedhead. And she loops this one off the end of the bat. It'll be a pop-up, easy out for the third baseman. Oh, brother. That was not the end of the that at-bat that Reedhead had thought that it would be. The build-up to that was just not as exciting as we thought it would be. Pop up to third base for out number 2. Brenna Wiesner. First pitch, outside strike. Called strike on Wiesner. Wiesner just a sophomore. And she fouls this one back. So a couple of strikes on Wiesner. Brittany Woolridge, not the tallest of pitchers out there, but able to generate some velocity. This one off the end of the bat, easily. Slow roller to first, and it's 1-2-3 for the Cougars in the first. They trail 1-0. We go to the second next. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to, or maybe it's dark green numerals trimmed in gold. And the Empire Ravens dressed in white jerseys, red pants, and red numerals trimmed in blue, I believe. And there's a blistering foul ball right side out of play. Better keep your head on a swivel if you're a fan here at Rose Mofford. Games back-to-back on all four fields here tonight. And this is Mackenzie Kirkland at the plate. Called strike on a changeup. No balls, 2 strikes to Mackenzie Kirkland, the sophomore. Swing and a miss, and Reedhead struck her out. One gone, top of the second. Empire leads 1-0. And that's the third strikeout of the evening for Taylor Reedhead. This one off the end of the bat. Shortstop ranges over, cannot get the glove on it. Hit the heel of the glove just a little bit and popped out. Unfortunately for the Show Low Cougars and Taylor Reedhead, that was out number 2, and they let it get by him as Mia Wheeler just did not, I don't know if she just didn't see it that well or what happened, but we get the first error of the ball game. And Alyssa Rodriguez is aboard. And this pitch comes inside on Jada Duncan, and she's going to be hit by a pitch and will go to first base. And that caught her. It looked like it may have caught her on the ankle. So I'm not sure how long they're going to be able to keep her in. You can see her here really favoring that foot there. Great shot by our camera crew. Going to try to run that off. And it looks like it's the right foot of Jaden Duncan there. And that'll move Rodriguez over. Duncan will be at first base, and we go to the top of the order with 1 out and a 1-run lead for the Empire Ravens. Tasia Hernandez, the lefty, back in, the speedy. And now the third plate umpire. And Coach Nix Nix does not agree with the call, but nonetheless, it is what it is. And everybody's safe as Tasia Hernandez puts down another bunt for a base hit. Oh man, that's tough. Coach Nix talked about it. One of the toughest outs around, and Taylor Reedhead came up to field that ball and just was not able to, didn't have a play. Hernandez so quick up the line. Noelle Carr to the plate. First pitch to her inside. So Reedhead in trouble here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Down 1-0. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first. Check at the runner at third. Everybody's staying. So Noelle Carr. Ball and a strike to her. This one fouled back. So ball, 2 strikes to Noelle Carr. Bailey Rominger on deck. She hit the RBI single to drive in the only run of the game back in the first inning. Foul ball back. Live to see another day. Ball, 2 strikes on Noelle Carr. Carr on the season. Just a sophomore, hitting .490 on the season in 59 plate appearances. Another one fouled back. She's recorded 51 at-bats, scored 19 times off 25 hits and 24 runs batted in. 7 of those have been doubles. And she'll loop one into the gap, and it's going to fall just behind the second baseman. The throw to the plate, and a run is across. Empire leads it 2-0. Alyssa Rodriguez comes in to score for Empire. Duncan moves over to third base. Hernandez moves up to second, and Carr at first base with an RBI single. Bailey Rominger. First pitch to her is inside. Taylor Reedhead working quickly here, but finds herself in a bit of a struggle. This one gets over the catcher. Nobody's going, though, as it takes a big hop back towards the plate. A nice heads-up play that time for the catcher for the Show Low Cougars. Brenna Wiesner, just a sophomore, but she plays like an upperclassman here for the Cougars. Bases loaded, one out, one across here in this inning. A 2-0 lead for the Empire Ravens already. Top of the second. And a ground ball to second base, the throw to the plate, and they get the lead runner. That's a good-looking play there, as the infield was in, and the Show Low Cougars get the lead runner for the second out of the game. Duncan thrown out at the plate. So Duncan on the fielder's choice. It goes 4-2 on the fielder's choice for Rominger. She reaches on the play. Hernandez now will be the lead runner at third. She could cause some problems. And cleanup hitter, the freshman Emma Garbutt at the plate. First pitch to her is high and away for ball one. Reedhead checks the signs. All no strikes, and this pitch fouled off. Back-to-back changeups to strike out Garbutt in her last 68 on the season. Swing and a miss, and she struck her out for out number 3. So the Ravens will strand 3 runners. An error and one across, and the Ravens lead it 2-0. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford Sports Complex here in Rose Mofford. We want to welcome not only our viewers online at iTalk1067.com and on Show Low TV, Cable 56, but also on the radio at iTalk 1067 FM. And behind us, we've got another game going on. The Snowflake Lobos are also in this quarterfinal action, as are the Winslow Bulldogs. We'll try to get updates on those scores with the limited staff that we have on hand for this game tonight. Tia Clark leading things off for the Show Low Cougars. Clark just a sophomore, but has seen some success this season. She's got some power. She can hit it out. The 2-1 pitch took her eye off of it. It was a bit high. The count goes to 2-2. Clark back in. One back. Clark's making a good showing on this Show Low Cougar roster. Lauren Clark, just a freshman, the designated player. And the sophomore Tia Clark hitting the cleanup in the cleanup spot here tonight. 3-2 pitch misses inside, and it's ball 4. Base on balls delivered up for Tia Clark. That'll bring up Becca Holland, the senior.
For the Cougars.
Holland will see if she can move the runner over with no outs here. Cougars looking for runs, down 2 runs to none. On the season, Woolridge has a 16-1 record. And the throw back, and Tia Clark back in time just barely as the Cougars were showing bunt there. Second baseman a little late on the rotation. Holland squared the bunt. Infield came in. The corner started charging. Second baseman went over to cover first. A throw down there, but got away from the second baseman as the second baseman and Tia Clark kind of got in the way of each other. Ball and a strike now to Holland. As she away. This one fouled back. Ball 2 strikes to Becca Holland. Woolridge, as we mentioned on the season, pitching a 16-1 record. She's her winning percentage is 94.1%. Ooh, pitch inside, just in under the hands, and Holland just back out of the way, barely in time. Becca Holland, a 2-2 pitch to her, swung on, fouled back. She stays alive. Seven, 9. She has pitched in 107 innings. And swing and a miss. They finally got a runner aboard as Tia Clark was able to get on board, drew a walk. Kaylee Hall now will step up and try her. Try her chances against Woolridge. You know, one of the advantages that Woolridge has is her spins, but with the wind blowing in, it's going to take away a lot of the movement. Although she catches the outside edge here, ball and a strike. Woolridge trying to climb back in after falling behind to Kaylee Hall. 1-1 pitch. Bunted out in front. Catcher picks it up, fires, and they misfire down at first base. First baseman can't hang on to it. Runners move up. So Kaylee Hall gets aboard on an error. And that's probably going to be charged to the third baseman there. The throw was there, hit her glove, but she maybe was trying to get away from the runner a little bit that time and just does not glove it. So runners at second and third with 1 out. Right where they want them. Megan Reedhead, the freshman left fielder, will step up for the Show Low Cougars. And then it'll be freshman Lauren Clark, designated player, in the 8 spot, then Mia Wheeler in the 9 spot. Woolridge threw 107 innings and a called strike here to Megan Reedhead. Through 107 innings, giving up 70 hits, 20 runs. Only 12 of those have been earned runs. But she has been a little suspect in the walk department, giving up 22 walks on the season. But check this out, 120 strikeouts through her 107 innings. Not bad. And a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Megan Reedhead. 2 gone, runners at second and third. Brings up Lauren Clark, the freshman.
Batting 8, the designated player. Number 15, Lauren Clark.
Clark against Estrella on Wednesday, had a pretty good game. Got a base hit in the second inning. And out in the 4th. Went 1 for 2 against Estrella. A couple of ribbies out there for her if she can get the ball in play. Base hit could score 2 runs and tie this ball game up. Tying run is at second base. Ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. As Clark's just decided a little too late on that one. Saw it in the zone. Swung at it late, didn't get contact. Ball, 2 strikes now to Clark. The 1-2, swing and a miss downstairs. And they're out of the inning. The Show Low Cougars strand 2 here in the second. We go to the 3rd inning next. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
Deep center field, or rather shallow center field. Center fielder comes on to make the grab for the Show Low Cougars. Mackenzie Isaac retires. Jessica Perry here is the first out of the third inning. It's the Ravens who are up over the Cougars right now, 2-0. And Paige Prairie at the plate. Fouled back. No balls and a strike for Prairie. Nogales Morency over there, and the score is 3-1 Nogales. And Payson's up 5-1 over Snowflake in their game, and Winslow up 2-0 over Tankerverde. So we'll try to keep you up to date on the scores from around the horn here. We say special thanks to Brian Hayes for bringing us the scores on the update. And a foul back here. Paige Purrier. 0-2 count on her as she fouls another one off. Mackenzie Kirkland is on deck, the sophomore. Taylor Reedhead got into a jam but only allowed one across in the second inning. Kirkland, the sophomore. Kirkland digs in, and a fastball upstairs for ball one. Alyssa Rodriguez on deck. Ground ball. Picked up by second, over to first, and it's 3 up, 3 down for the Ravens in the third inning. So the Show Low Cougars down 2-0. We go to the bottom of the third next. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Are you a business owner that enjoys watching local sports? Would helping the local youth spark your interest? Then you do not want to miss this opportunity. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local sports produced by local high school students. Your tax-deductible sponsorship will keep us up and running and provide you with advertisement for your business. Call Show Low TV today to help your local high school students get experience while your business gets attention. Call 928-532-4160.
Summer activities happening out at the Sunrise Park Resort. And we welcome back our TV viewers now. This game available on City Show Low TV channel 56, and then also on our website tonight. You can go to italk1067.com and take a look for yourself at this game. The sights and sounds being brought to you, coming to you, and by the students of Show Low High School today, part of the White Mountain Youth Productions. Bottom of the third inning, and Empire leads it 2-0. For the Show Low Cougars tonight, they had a couple of runners on in the second, but failed to convert. And they start things off with their number 9 hitter in the lineup, Mia Wheeler, and a ball and 2 strikes to her. 1-2 pitch is upstairs, just over the hands. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wheeler. Leadoff hitter is next, Mackenzie Isaac, followed by Taylor Reedhead here in the inning. Swing and a miss, and she struck her out. One gone. Wheeler retired by virtue of the K. Woolridge got a couple of strikeouts in the second. And this is her third strikeout of the ball game. And I need to check. I'm not sure how Megan Reedhead was retired. I'll have to take a look at it. Coach Nix down there almost gloved that foul ball. Mackenzie Isaacs, lefty for the Sholo Cougars, fouls it off the third base side. This pitch inside. Isaacs just a sophomore. A lot of youth on this Cougar team. We talked about it last year. A lot of these girls played as freshmen. And we knew they'd be good this year. Ball, 2 strikes, and she slaps it back to the pitcher. Woolridge picks it up on the hop, fires to first, and retires Isaacs. 1-3 on the card, 2 gone. That brings up Taylor Reedhead.
At the plate for the Cougars, the pitcher.
And right now the
Taylor Reedhead.
Score, Empire 2, Sholo 0. Empire is winning. Pitch outside. I want to say hello to my beautiful wife, Marissa Smith, who's listening back home. The better half of us. Pop up and just behind pitcher, shortstop comes on. And that's Tasia Hernandez, who the speedy shortstop that comes on to make the grab. That looked like he was going to fall in for a moment, but then she gloves it for out number 3. Taylor Reedhead retired, pops it up for the second time tonight. So the Sholo Cougars go 1-2-3 in the fourth.
Yeah, I haven't.
As we head to, or excuse me, in the third, I should say. We head to the fourth with Empire up 2-0. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
Are you a business owner that enjoys watching local sports? Would helping the local youth spark your interest? Then you do not want to miss this opportunity. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local sports produced by local high school students. Your tax-deductible sponsorship will keep us up and running and provide you with advertisement for your business. Call Sholo TV today to help your local high school students get experience while your business gets attention. Call 928-532-4160.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car? Their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains.
Welcome back. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top, a Kopanicki Communications station. Alyssa Rodriguez will lead things off for the Empire Ravens here in the fourth. They lead 2-0. Strike inside edge. 2 balls and a strike to Alyssa Rodriguez, the junior right-handed hitter for Empire. Ground ball gets through. Ground ball on the third base side of second. Shortstop for the Cougars couldn't quite get there. So a base hit for Rodriguez. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Jaden Duncan. She squares to bunt, fouls it off the third base line. Will have to return. She was hit by a pitch and then was the second out of that second inning where they had bases loaded and scored only 1 run. And she was hit into the fielder's choice for that second out. Pops this one up, and it is going to get out of play. So a couple of strikes on Duncan. So she's unable to move Rodriguez down to second. And will return. Sophomore will return and will swing away here. Empire up 2-0 in their game. Winslow up 2-0 over Tank Verde right now. Payson up 5-1 over Snowflake, and Nogales is in front of Morenci 3-1. The other 3 games happening as we speak. This pitch is fouled back. Jada Duncan just underneath that one. Reedhead throwing in the upper 50s to low 60s tonight. Woolridge been around mid-50s. Change up, she waits on it, but pops it up to third for an easy out. So that change up been pretty effective, especially for these younger hitters for Taylor Reedhead tonight. F5 on the card, and Duncan retired for the first out of the inning. Top of the order, though, Tasia Hernandez, who has bunted for a base hit twice here tonight. And she squares again, bunts this one down, and there's the throw, and she's safe again. Safe by virtue of her speed. Cougars rotating over, and it looked like the second baseman was a little slow getting there. Tia Clark having a conversation now with Taylor Reedhead, as that's the third time tonight that Tasia Hernandez has been able to bunt for a base hit. And we got one out, steal, no throw. Just like that, Empire has runners in scoring position. And Alyssa Rodriguez showing that she's got some wheels as well. So Hernandez and Rodriguez take the stolen base here. So Tasia Hernandez. And here's a ground ball, chopper to third, and it's foul. Just got off the chalk there. Third baseman for the Cougars did a good job of fielding that one, but it was foul by the time she got there. She would have been able to look her runner back and throw over for another out. Becca Holland at third base for the Cougars tonight. Pitch downstairs. So 3-1 the count on Carr. Noelle Carr, another sophomore on this Ravens team. And now Coach Nick's going to ask to find out if there's 2 strikes here. The umpire said it was 3-1. Scoreboard says 3-1.
All right, good. Thank you, Coach. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's 2-2 the count. The field umpire concurred with Coach Nix. 57-mile-an-hour pitch there is grounded back to Reedhead, and she can't come up with it cleanly. Bounces off of her foot. And that loads them up. Carr moves over to first. Bases loaded. 1 out. Bailey Rominger. The senior Pima Community College commit will step up to the plate. In her last at bat, well, she drove in the first run of the game and then hit into the fielder's choice. Last time she was up, this one she fouls back into the stands. Looking out the surveying the field and seeing some ducks on the ponds out there as the Empire Ravens lead it 2-0 over the Sholo Cougars right now, and threatening here in the 4th. 58-mile-an-hour pitch misses away. And high, ball and a strike now to Rominger. 1-1 pitch downstairs. 2 balls and a strike now to Rominger. Emma Garbutt, the cleanup hitter, freshman cleanup hitter, is on deck for the Ravens. And a high fastball, she drives it deep to center field, and it is going to hit the fence. And it'll be a stand-up double. Stand-up double to drive in 2. I thought maybe it was going to go out. That ball 58 miles an hour on the gun and was just above belt high. Reedhead left it up a little bit, and now the umpires are asking for softballs here.
Can we get a tournament official to field 3, please? A tournament official to field 3. Thank you.
They'll relay in a couple of softballs here, but a ground rule double for Bailey Rominger. Bounced it off the fence out there, a shallow fence in center field. She drove that one, and I think if there was no wind, that one was gone. Coming in to score on the play was Rodriguez and Hernandez. And Carr moves over to third on the play. Rominger's at second, obviously, with the double and the 2 RBIs. This pitch misses outside. Or did he call it a strike? I think he called it a strike. Garbutt, freshman, 58-mile-an-hour pitch down around the knees, and he says, no, it's too low. Ball and a strike to Garbutt. This pitch downstairs, and that's going to score a run as it gets away from the catcher. That'll put Carr across, so 3 runs in now for Empire. They lead at 5 runs to none. Bailey Rominger down to third base on the play. Garbutt back in, ground ball, gets through, she's going to score another run. The freshman finally gets her bat on the ball. For the first time tonight, she gets an RBI. So Carr scores on the wild pitch. Rominger's going to score on the RBI. She started it off with the ground rule double to drive in 2 runs. And now the freshman will get her RBI on the books. And that'll draw a conference at inside the circle as the Show Low Cougars going to try to calm down here with only 1 out of the inning now. Garbutt will be at first base, and Jessica Perry, the junior, stepping in for Empire here. If you just joined us, welcome aboard. Empire leads 5 runs to none. And Perry pops up, infield fly, and a nice catch by the second baseman there. Right down the line to retire Perry for out number 2 in the inning. And it brings up Purrier.
Number 5, Paige Perrier.
Perrier going to step in here. Second baseman today for the Cougars is Kaylee Hall. And as we mentioned earlier, did a good job that time making that catch. She makes it look easy, but the reality is that's not an easy catch to make with the runner bearing down on you. A couple of balls to Perrier. Paige Perrier in her last at bat, 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. And Reedhead falls behind her in the count. 3-0 here. She's struggling to find the strike zone. So for the Cougars here tonight, it's been a rough 4th inning. After being down 2 runs to none, Empire scores 4 in the 4th. To make it a 6-0 ball game. And a chopper here, fouled back. Full count now to Perrier as Taylor Reedhead fell behind 3-0, and now she get it a ground down the third base line, but it's foul. Garbutt will have to return to first base. 2 gone here. Full count to Paige Perrier and a 6-run lead for the Ravens. Got some baseball scores for you coming up. Division III baseball going on as well in Surprise at the home of the Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers spring training facility out there at the Surprise Baseball Complex. Perrier late on this pitch that comes in at 58 miles an hour. And she fouls it off third base side. Now she hits a rip down the third base line, and the third baseman doesn't keep the glove down. Thought it was going to hop. She pulls up, and Garbutt's going to score on the play. And Perrier's going to end up at second base on the air. Garbutt scores from first base and makes it a 5-run inning. They lead now 7 runs to none. As Paige Perrier ends up at second base. And Mackenzie Kirkland comes up, and then we go back to the girl that started the inning off, Alyssa Rodriguez. First pitch to Kirkland is a ball. Change up, misses upstairs. Interesting that see that quite a bit from Reedhead, that changeup going upstairs. Here's a throw down to second, but the second baseman not quite there in time. Gets into center field. 3 balls, no strikes, and she puts her on. Base on balls delivered up to Kirkland. So Kirkland at first, and it brings up Rodriguez. Rodriguez starting this whole thing off, and now she finds herself back up for the second time this inning. Cougars really going to have to work their way out of a big hole now, trailing 7 runs to none to the Empire Ravens. High fly ball, deep left field. Left fielder going to make the grab for out number 3, and the Ravens will strand 3, keeping the bases loaded here. I'll tell you, a bad inning for the Cougars here. They get 5 across here, and they lead now 7 runs to none. We'll step away. Bottom of the 4th coming up next. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
This is my town.
Sholo is football and party town, especially when you show up at Sholo Ford's Great American Tailgate event. Even if you just got your license, show up for the lowest price and longest warranty. Brand new Fords, all with our lifetime engine warranty. Not 3 years or 6, not 10 years or 100,000 miles. No way. Our warranty is forever. Come into Sholo Ford this week. Take delivery of a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle. New 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cruise, just $30,495. New 2014 Ford Focus SE, just $19,995. Or new 2014 Ford Fiestas, $13,995. Plus, every new Sholo Ford truck comes ready to tailgate with a Yeti cooler. Sholo Ford's Great American Tailgate event. It's party time at the east end of the Deuce.
Oh, this is my town.
I got all the balls, but at the end of the night, can you just collect all the balls and bring them inside? Sure. And if you have any balls.
7-0.
It's good. And then I'll take them all in and we might go. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Welcome back. Sholo Cougars down 7 runs to none as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And lead first inning. Hits a ground ball and gets through this time. On the first base side of second that time. Gets through to the center field, and Weiser's going to be aboard on a rare base hit here tonight. Cougars been struggling against Woolridge, who, quite frankly, has not been as impressive as we thought she would be. But she certainly had the number of the Cougars tonight, holding them scoreless through three innings so far. Base hit given up. Tia Clark will step up. She drew a walk in her last at bat. Pitch to her is upstairs. Becca Holland on deck for the Cougars. This pitch is across for a strike. Winner tonight will play at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and will face the winner of the Nogales-Morenci game, which at last count was Nogales in front. 3 runs to 1. 2 balls and a strike to Clark. This pitch is across for an inside strike. 2-2 count for Clark. And a chopper here is going to be fielded by the pitcher, Woolridge. And they retire Clark on a really good play that time by Woolridge. Got out of the circle, fielded her position well that time. You know, it's one thing to be a good pitcher, but it's quite another to be able to field the position as well. Now, Clark, of course, moving the runner over, but I think the Cougars looking for base runners here tonight. And a swing and a miss at the first offering here. Becca Holland. 1-3 on the card for Clark. She's out number 1. We apologize. I think we've lost one of our cameras here. Here's a high fly ball in the infield, and coming on is Hernandez. Tasia Hernandez makes the grab. F6 on the card for out number 2. Pop-up there. Cougars have had a lot of those infield pop-ups tonight. Just haven't been getting the bat on the ball like they normally do. Kaylee Hall, sophomore second baseman for the Cougars in. She got on an air in her last at-bat. Runner at second, 2 outs. Swing and a miss to Kaylee Hall. Rise ball. No balls and a strike to Kaylee Hall, and runner at second base for the Show Low Cougars, down 7-0 to the Empire Ravens. Comes at her inside, high and tight that time, in on the hands. 54 mile an hour on the gun. Ball and a strike now to Hall. And a throw down to second here. Second baseman there, and back in time though is Wiesner. She wasn't that far off the bag. I'm surprised she even drew the attention of the catcher, but the catcher wanted to make sure she knows she's there. Ball, 2 strikes. And she's throwing mid-50s tonight. And fly ball to left field this time. Kaylee Hall retired for out number 3. So the Cougars will strand a runner here in the 4th. Down 7-0 as we go to the 5th. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to the Rose Mofford Sports Complex. We'll catch you up on some scores in baseball earlier tonight. Bisbee over Wickenburg 3-0. Thatcher gets a win over Combs 6-0. Sarita will beat up on Australia. Foothills 4-3 in Division III baseball. And in our game that we covered, it was the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets taking on the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks. Tied in extra innings, and the Shamrocks hit a walk-off home run to beat the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets 6-5 in that contest there. And as they continue playing baseball over there at the Surprise Baseball Complex. Leading things off here in the 5th inning is Jaden Duncan. And the sophomore got a look at one of the best changeups in the league right there as she was way out in front of that one. Ball, 2 strikes now to Duncan. 1-2 pitch is a rise ball that's way upstairs. Doing a good job to even keep that one from going to the backstop is the catcher, Wiesner. This pitch misses downstairs in the dirt. Full count to Duncan. Wind really picking up here at Rose Mofford, blowing in a little bit from right field. This one fouled back. Starting to get a little bit dusty on our table here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the changeup misses. And looked like Reed had looked into the dugout there and shook her head like, I just don't have that pitch. Just not able to get it across. Base on balls to Duncan. She's at first. And Tasia Hernandez, who's 3 for 3 tonight, all by virtue of the bunt, will stand in the left side of the box. First pitch to her is a curveball inside. Ball 1 to Hernandez. 1-0 delivery is upstairs towards her head. And there goes the runner as the pitch gets away from the catcher, Wiesner. Advancing to second on the play is Duncan on the wild pitch. 2 balls, no strikes to Hernandez, and now we get time called. Coach Nix asking, I think asking about the lineup. See if we can pick up any audio over there. See if they can figure out what they're talking about. Jaden Duncan is at second base, and that's who we show on our card. Coach Nix looking at their scorekeeper and saying, do we have this right? And now they're going to come to our table.
Who's the official scorekeeper? Well, somebody's got to be. You are, right? Who is? Have you been keeping score? All right, you're the official scorekeeper. All right, this team here is saying that number 15 should not have been in.
Talking about Jaden Duncan. So they. Okay, so they're just. I think they're just a little confused on the Shola Cougars scorebook. So they came over to verify what was going on, and you heard the umpire come over and ask if I was the official scorebook, and be happy to take that honor, but unfortunately I'm not. And they were just asking to see if umpire was batting out of order. That's what they showed on their card, and they thought that it should have been Rodriguez at second base, or the leadoff hitter in this inning, which in fact it was Jada Duncan. Rodriguez was the flyout victim for out number 3 in the 4th. Pitch downstairs. In the dirt to Hernandez. So 3 balls and no strikes to Hernandez. Hernandez, one of the toughest hitters perhaps in Division III, and she takes a look at a strike here. She comes in on the inside portion of the plate, high and tight. Another curveball, and she hit her. Hernandez is hit in the back with a back-to-back curveballs here. Hernandez will take a walk down to first, and not happy with it.
Empire, the designated player.
See if we can take a look. They're holding her. Looks like she got her elbow maybe. Great camera work here by our City 4 crew, or our Sholo TV crew. Students from Sholo High School, and Mel West, the executive director. Appreciate them bringing the sights and sounds of tonight's contest live on italk1067.com. Available next week on cable, channel 56. Here's a bunt and throw to first in time to retire the hitter, Carr. Noelle Carr retired, but she does her job moving the runners up. Jaden Duncan at third base now. Tasia Hernandez at second.
Catcher, number 88.
Sacrifice bunt for Carr. 5-3 on the card, and there's just 1 out in the inning. Bailey Rominger to the plate. And the pitch to her is in the dirt. And I mean, the only thing I can guess is that is the changeup there that Taylor is struggling with, but we haven't seen her struggle with that pitch that much. And so I'm a little surprised to see it. She's been rolling it across. It's been in the dirt every single time tonight. Rominger, ground ball to second, throw to first, 2 gone, run comes in though. Coming in on the play is Jaden Duncan to score the 8th run of the game. Rominger credited with the RBI.
Number 16, Emma Garbett.
But with 2 outs in the inning now, Emma Garbutt will take a look at a changeup that misses. Reedhead kind of shaking her head, didn't know where that missed. Ball, no strikes now. Follows it up with a screwball for a strike. 1-1 now, the pitch to Garbutt. Pitch missing outside. 2-1 the count to Garbutt. Garbutt just a freshman. Mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. She found herself, a changeup for a strike. She let that one go, and I'll tell you, Reedhead's got one of the nastiest changeups in the division. Really changes speeds. This one fouled back. Stays alive. Coach Woolridge talking about Garbutt before the game. There she goes with a base hit. This one gets through the infield and will score another run. RBI single for the freshman, Emma Garbutt. Now the score, 9-0. Tasia Hernandez comes in to score on the play. Couple runs coming in this inning. They got 5 runs in the 4th. A run in the 1st and a run in the 2nd. 9 runs to get all together. So after 5 complete, if the Cougars fall behind 1 more run, they end up finding themselves back into a position where they fall behind 1 more run. They're in a 10-run rule situation. Ball and a strike here. Make it 2 strikes. Ball, 2 strikes to Perry here. Perry got a double back in the 1st inning, but has failed to get on in her last 2 at-bats. Popped up to center field and popped up to second base. Fouls another one off. 1-2 to count to Jessica Perry. Reedhead rocks and deals, and this one a shallow fly ball, and it's going to come down to the shortstop. Making the grab for the Cougars there at short here is Mia Wheeler. And the Cougars finally out of the inning. 2 runs come across here and makes it a 9-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th next. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
Are you a business owner that enjoys watching local sports? Would helping the local youth spark your interest? Then you do not want to miss this opportunity. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local sports produced by local high school students. Your tax-deductible sponsorship will keep us up and running and provide you with advertisement for your business. Call Sholo TV today to help your local high school students get experience while your business gets attention. Call 928-532-4160.
9 runs to none. Empire leads it here. The Show Low Cougars going to the bottom of the 5th inning here. Yet to put any runs across. And a substitution for the Ravens. Coming in off the bench is number 8, Alyssa Figueroa. And playing out in right field. So Alyssa Figueroa coming in to replace Prayer. That'll bring up Megan Reedhead. Will lead things off for the Show Low Cougars here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes to her. And we say special thanks to our sponsors here tonight. We remind you to stick around to our
designated player, number 15, Lauren Clark.
Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments, where we'll announce our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Strikeout victim is Reedhead, Megan Reedhead. 0 for 2 tonight. She's the first out of this inning. Lauren Clark now for the Cougars. Pitch outside to her. 2 balls, no strikes to Lauren Clark. Mia Wheeler is on deck. And Clark takes a look at a strike on the 2-0 pitch. And the 2-0 is a dribbler, a dive and stab for it by Hernandez at short. Clark going to get on. Base hit, Lauren Clark. Good looking run that time for Clark.
The shortstop, number 3, Mia Wheeler.
Hernandez tried to come up on it, hit it off the end of the bat, and just kind of floated it out there to second base. Courtesy runner's going to come in to run here.
For Clark at first base, number 1, Sky Wheeler.
It is Sky Wheeler, the freshman.
For 15, a sub.
So coming in is Sky Wheeler. She's actually going to sub in here, which would take the flex off. Sky Wheeler is in right field. Has the flex tonight, so if I have that correctly. She's coming in. That should eliminate the flex and the designated player situation for the Show Low Cougars, if I understand the rules correctly here. That'll bring up Mia Wheeler. First pitch to her misses outside, and the senior Mia Wheeler struck out in her only at bat in the 3rd inning. Foul ball back. Ball and a strike to Wheeler. Been a struggle tonight for the Cougars. They're down 9 runs to none here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Empire needs 1 more run to 10-run rule then. This is a strike to Wheeler. Ball, 2 strikes. Try to update you on some scores from around the horn. We had Payson out in front of Snowflake early on tonight, 5-1. And there goes a steal. And trying to get to second base that time with Sky Wheeler, but for some reason she doesn't slide and runs right into the tag, and so she'll be caught stealing. 2-6 caught stealing for out number 2. And strikeout here on Mia Wheeler. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. Go the Cougars. Coach Nick's kind of beside himself down there trying to figure out what we're going to do to get some runs here. We go to the 6th inning next. The Cougars still alive, though, down 9 runs to nothing. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Are you a business owner that enjoys watching local sports? With helping the local youth spark your interest? Then you do not want to miss this opportunity. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local sports produced by local high school students. Your tax-deductible sponsorship will keep us up and running and provide you with advertisement for your business.
Welcome back to the Rose Mofford Sports Complex, softball complex here in Phoenix. Home of the 2015 state softball tournament. Pitch missing downstairs. Paige Prayer. Actually, it's Figueroa. Alyssa Figueroa in for Paige Prayer at the plate to lead things off for umpire. Ball and a strike to her. Pitch misses upstairs. 2-1. Kenzie Kirkland on deck for umpire. Changeup misses. Reedhead, who is normally very sharp, has struggled here tonight, but not. It really started. She really started struggling after she gave up a bunch of runs. She got into a jam back in the second inning and worked her way out of it. Bases loaded. She only gave up one run. She did hit a player in the process, but then was able to strike out Garbett for the third out of the inning and strand three runners. And it looks like we're going to get another change here as Figueroa draws the walk. In for Mackenzie Kirkland, number 25.
Your attention, please. Now batting.
It's Angela Candido. So Candido in for Kirkman. So coming here in the sixth inning. Don't forget our Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments coming up immediately following this contest. Pitch and a snap throw to first. Runner back in time. 1-0 pitch. Called strike. On the season, Candido. A 156 average, only been to the plate 36 times this year. And a called strike three on Candido. That's a good way to get yourself some help. Start off the inning striking out the number 7 hitter in the lineup. Now Rodriguez to the plate. Pops this one up, and it is going to be just out of play, back behind the screen here. Alyssa Rodriguez for striking the at-bat. Rodriguez on the season. In 23 games, hitting .258. She's recorded 66 at-bats. This pitch misses outside and away. And the runner heads down to second as the ball gets away from the catcher here. Wild pitch is scored, and Figueroa is at second base. Ball and a strike. Foul this one back. Ball, 2 strikes. As we mentioned, Rodriguez, 66 at-bats, scoring 11 times off 17 hits and driven in 7 runs. And she's got a double and a triple to her name. There's that pitch that Reedhead has struggled with. It just kind of rolls across there. Easy pitch to lay off of to Rodriguez. 2-2 the count. to Rodriguez. Runner at second. And the changeup, she waits on it and puts it into left field, just over the shortstop's head. Wheeler couldn't get under it. And so a base hit.
Now batting for umpire, center fielder.
Base hit for Rodriguez. Moving over to third on the play was Figueroa. And now to the plate for Empire is Duncan. First pitch to her is a ball. This pitch misses outside. Jaden Duncan. 2-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Reed had been deep in the pitch count in this contest, really struggling to find the zone now. 3-1 pitch, right down the middle of the plate. Strike one. And the changeup, line drive, and safe at third. They doing a good job catching the changeup at third base was Becca Holland. And heads up, tries to tag the runner before she gets back to the base. But Figueroa doing a good job of getting back in time. So 2 outs now on the line shot to third. And a chopper out in front of the base. Could be trouble. Nobody's there. And we see Reedhead coming up hobbling a little bit that time. She's got the brace on the knee. She picked it up and tried to tag the runner at home. The catcher had vacated the spot to come out and make the play. You knew there wasn't going to be a play on Hernandez, who put the bunt down. Ball gets in the dirt, runners will move up. Hernandez. Well, Alyssa Rodriguez comes in to score the 10th run of the night. Or excuse me, that's Figueroa who comes in to score the 10th run of the night. Alyssa Rodriguez moves up to third base on the pass ball. Tasia Hernandez ends up at second base. So Tasia Hernandez scoring on the base hit, bunt for a base hit again. Runners at second and third, and a called strike 3 here. And finally out of the inning as Carr is retired by virtue of the strikeout. Finally the third out. 1 run across, and it's 10-0 in favor of Empire. We'll step away. We come to the bottom of the 6th, which could be the final inning for the Cougars unless they can get a run across. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overgard, and Sholo.
The Rose Mofford softball complex. The Sholo Cougars down 10 runs to none. Bottom of the 6th inning. They've got to get a run across here or their season will end tonight in this 6th inning. They got a chance to get anything done. They've got to get some runners on and get a run across. There's a good way to start. Oh, a tough call at first base. That one looked close. But a bang-bang play for the third baseman here. Leadoff hitter in the lineup, Mackenzie Isaacs. Slaps one down the third base line. Third baseman fires it across the diamond and retires Isaacs on a very close play at first base. Taylor Reedhead now to the plate. Will try to help her cause. Pops up directly behind the plate. Catcher going to come on to make the squeeze. Behind the dish tonight, it's Bailey Rominger. And Rominger able to retire Reedhead. Reedhead has popped up 3 times tonight. It has not been her night. And sometimes it's just the way it goes, unfortunately. 0 for 3 Reedhead tonight. Line drive to right, and the right fielder going to slow up on it, and that will allow a runner on. The game-saving run there at first base. Cougars need a run here to stay alive. Brenna Wiesner with her second base hit of the night.
The batter for the Cougars, first baseman
Tia Clark.
Number 12, Tia Clark.
Steps up. See if Clark can turn on one and hit it out. Ground ball, third base side. Foul. Out ahead of that pitch. Woolridge doing a pretty good job here tonight against the Cougars, pitching through 5 2/3 innings of shutout softball. Clark a walk and a ground out tonight. Back to the bag is Wiesner on a snap throw by the catcher, Rominger. Clark back in. Hits this one, a line drive into left field. They're going to send Wiesner all the way around. Nope, she's going to hold up. It looked like Wiesner maybe slowed up at second base for a moment. That ball looked like it maybe scores the run, but a double here by Tia Clark. How about that piece of hitting? So now the Cougars with 2 outs, runners at second and third. And Becca Holland, the senior, at the plate. I think that's who you want there. She's 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a pop-up to short. But Holland usually hitting in that clean up her fifth spot, so she fouls this one back just underneath the pitch. Cougars need a run here to stay in this ball game, to extend the game for themselves. Down 10 runs to none. Would love to ruin the shutout here by Woolridge as well. Sholo fans getting fidgety here, starting to pick up their chairs and getting ready to head to the exits. High fly ball, shallow, left field, and it's in foul territory, and nobody's going to get to it. That ball drops right there just behind third base in foul territory. Left fielder came in, shortstop came over, third baseman came over. Nobody could grab that ball, and Holland stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes. That could have been the game ending out. 2 outs, runners at second and third. 10 runs to none, Cougars trailing. And a foul ball behind us. So foul back, ball, and 2 strikes. You heard Rominger come back yelling heads, heads, heads. Worried about the fans, I suppose. Oh, 2 pitch coming up here from Woolridge. Rise ball upstairs. Not a bad waste pitch. Talking to Coach Woolridge before the game, he mentioned that Brittany Woolridge really likes, or was pretty good with their curveball. There's a high fastball that's going to be driven to left. Left fielder going to make the play at the line. And the Sholo Cougars will strand 2 runs. And the Empire Ravens will advance to the semifinals. The Sholo Cougars upset by the Empire Ravens tonight by a final score of 10-0. 10-run ruled in the 6th inning. We'll step away. Our Sunrise Park Resort Post-game comments are coming up next. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school softball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide at iTalk1067.com.
Need a fireplace? Ace has that. Need barbecue grills? Ace has that. Need paint? Ace is the best place for that. Need a chainsaw or weed eater? Ace has that too. Ace can even fix your chainsaw and your weed eater. Ace Hardware has everything you need for your home improvement project. They even have a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your home or car, their mobile unit will come to you. That's your helpful place. Ace Hardware of the White Mountains in Pinetop, Overguard, and Sholo.
Are you a business owner that enjoys watching local sports? Would helping the local youth spark your interest? Then you do not want to miss this opportunity. White Mountain Youth Productions brings you local sports produced by local high school students. Your tax-deductible sponsorship will keep us up and running and provide you with advertisement for your business. Call Sholo TV today to help your local high school students get experience while your business gets attention. Call 928-532-4160.
Welcome back to Rose Mofford. The final score, the Sholo Cougars win it tonight 10-0. Or excuse me, the Empire Ravens win it 10-0. I wanted the Cougars to win, but they don't get it done tonight. Unfortunately for them, they're upset by the number 6 seed in the tournament, the Empire Ravens from Tucson, Arizona. They will advance to play in the semifinals tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And I don't think the Cougars really thought they'd get 10-run ruled. In fact, I think they felt pretty confident about their chances coming into tonight's contest. And quite frankly, I'm a little surprised as well at just how difficult it was for the Cougars tonight. Really struggled with the bats. And part of that, though, you have to credit Brittany Woolridge as we welcome you to our Sunrise Park Resort. Post-game comments brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Don't forget, coming up Memorial Day weekend, they've got their summer activities starting up with scenic lift rides, camping, hunting, mountain biking. Lots of fun stuff happening out there at Sunrise. Check it out at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. And as we mentioned before, we talked a little bit about Brittany Woolridge as we go to our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. Brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Best selection of hunting, hiking, fishing, and camping gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store on Highway 260, just south of Pinetop on White Mountain Boulevard. And we, you look at what Brittany Woolridge was able to do tonight, and it's pretty hard to give it to anybody else. She shuts the Cougars out through 6 innings of softball tonight. She strikes out unofficially. I've got her down for... let's see, 1, 2 in the second. She had 3, 4, 5. Looks like 6 strikeouts tonight. So she gets 6 strikeouts and pitches through 6 shutout innings of softball to beat one of the better hitting teams in Division III, the Sholo Cougars, as we see a shot of the Cougars sitting down now and having a conversation with their coaches. Norm Cody out there in left field. Their final opportunity to get together here in this season. And once again, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game from Empire, it is Brittany Woolridge, who is a Division II commit to Texas A&M Commerce for next year. And our hats off to her and the Empire Ravens team for the victory tonight. They win at 10-0. That's your Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, now with the best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. That's going to wrap up our broadcast. We say special thanks to executive producer Mel West and our entire crew of Sholo students. Dakota Hayes out there, I think Christine Kleiman, Isaiah Perkins, and not sure if I got Isaiah's last name correct, but Executive Director Mel West. And we also say thanks to Royce Kincannon back at the studio, our board operator, who did a terrific job for us throughout the season. Don't forget, we've got we'll check scores. At last total, it looked like the Payson Longhorns were going to beat the Snowflake Lobos. They were down 5-1 early on in that contest. We'll see if we can't get a score and relay that to you through Royce Kincannon later on. But as it stands right now, it looks like all of our Section 5 teams are out of the tournament, both in baseball and in softball. So unfortunately for us, that's where our season ends here in the quarterfinals. No one making it to the semis. That'll be happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you want to come out and watch some great softball, you can come and enjoy it here at Rose Mofford. Some great teams in it. I think Winslow maybe got the win tonight. And I'm not exactly sure, but we'll try to relay those scores to you later on with our in-studio producer, Royce Kincannon. For Mel West, Royce Kincannon, I'm Camden Smith. Until next time, say so long, everybody.